go. So we're going to talk a little bit about what I've been dealing with lately, and I'm just going to come out and say it. I have been missing my ex-girlfriend, but I'm missing the version of her that I used to know. I'm not missing the version that she is now. You know, I tried to. There was a one day, it's been 2 years, almost to the day since we broke up. There was one day, a couple months ago, where for the first time in over a year and whatever, we linked up and we talked, but we just could not. I really feel like she thinks that this is because she's a deceptive person. You know, that's one thing that hasn't changed. I really feel like she's thinking, because she's deceptive, that I'm trying to fool her into, like, telling me something. And it's like, I'm not trying to fool you. I'm trying to make you show me that you can be accountable, and for one time in your life, you can be fucking honest about how things went down and what you did. You know what I mean? And how you fucking did me. That's it. You know, there's no like, oh, I knew it, I told you, I didn't even, you know, like, that's because, you know, you're not ready to be, you're still wanting to be a fucking person that's, you know, just living a lie. And I'm not willing to, you know, I'm not willing to, you know, take any less than that. When we did talk, I didn't like the bullshit half-ass apology that she gave me. I'm not saying you had to grovel on your knees or anything, but it was just kind of real, like, you know, I was so bad to you, and I'm, you know, blah, blah, and I'm like, yeah, that's not really, no, bad isn't, that's not, what you did wasn't bad, bitch. What you did was misdemeanor type shit, filing a false police report, trying to get a restraining order on me, saying that you're this and that and whatever. I'm not even going to get into all of this nonsense, but I just said, we're never going to be able, like, I would be able to, like, talk to you once in a while. You know what I mean? I would be able to, you know, you would be able to reach me. You know, like right now you ain't got my phone number. You know, we once in a while email each other, but I had to really throw her the book at her, because I'm not taking any less, you know, for any of that. And I'm sorry, I've got too much, you know, like, it's just not healthy to be, if you think that I'm going to pretend along with you, I'm not doing that again. I'm not doing it. So my thing is, you know, since we've been split up, you've gotten arrested 4 fucking times. You know, not saying that to gloat, but that shit wasn't happening on my watch. But I do, you know, find myself, and so as a person that's in, oh, fucking lizard was crawling up my leg, you little motherfucker. I was like, what is on me? How did you get, you're gonna get hit by a car, you little asshole. As a person in recovery, how do you deal with those feelings? Well, what you do is you drink a lot of alcohol and you sleep with a lot of different, no, I'm just kidding. You just know that, you know, it's natural to feel that way. I'm not going to sit here all day and fucking listening to Sinead O'Connor's One Good Song that was written by Prince. You know what I mean? I'm going to fucking, you know, I mean, the way, I mean, you know, I've had to come to the realization, and I'm coming to it very slowly, you know, like I'm still retarded, that what happened, what you did, you couldn't possibly have been in love with me like I loved you. So I have to just go, okay, this is the way I feel about this, and there's nothing, we're never going to be able to have a fucking conversation or move on past this, because one, I'm not, this isn't shit, like, it's not like, oh, you used my credit card a couple of times and da-da-da-da-da-da, you know what I mean? Or I found drugs in the house or whatever, you know what I mean? This is just shit that you just can't, you know, gloss over. And if you do, it's just showing that you don't have any respect for yourself. And she's just showing me that she's been a liar this entire time. Most of everything that's gone on, if not all of it, was a lie. She lied about being sober for a year and going out to dinner and just fucking nonsensical shit. So when I catch myself, you know, it's natural to feel that way, but I don't say to myself, oh, you know, let's, you know, I'm not going to be, she is never going to be spiritually and emotionally well or mature, because one, she's not dealing with whatever's causing her to use, okay? Two, we're not going to be a healthy couple together either, and it's not just her, but the stuff that's happened is because of her, but it's the way I've handled things that's made it even more toxic. But without this in my life, you know, I just been, you know, financially I've been doing good for the first time in 2 years, and anybody that could do the shit that she's done, and just, you know, it's just, there's been so many things that I could never, you know, with like cheating and, you know, lying about domestic violence, that one, I could just never pretend that shit didn't happen, and that you ain't gonna be man enough to go, you know, listen, whatever, there's no excuse for it. It's just the fact that you're never gonna be able to own any of that. And I'm not doing this to like embarrass her, I'm just doing it because this is how I feel right now. And that was another thing, I was never able to tell her how I feel about something, because how I felt was wrong, and that's not what her intentions were. So she was already gaslighting me. Anyways, the whole fucking thing is, don't let fucking past relationships and how you feel about them make you want to use drugs or let yourself, because then, you know, one, you're spending money on shit that, and two, you're just you're pursuing a false treatment on stuff that you could just go, I'm just going to boycott I'm going to deal with these feelings like I am now. I'm going to talk about them, and we're just going to keep moving forward. I don't know any other way to do it. You know what I mean?